Okay, I'm going to spill the tea. I'm going to let y'all know. Like, y'all ask me all the time, Nurse Shawn-Nie, what is your favorite agency? If you want to know what is my most favorite agency, keep watching. What's up? It's your girl Nurse Shawn-Nie here with another Vlogmas video. Today, I'm going to answer the question that I get asked the most. Y'all always want to know, what is my favorite agency? Are you ready? I don't have one. There is no favorite agency. Like, let me tell you, my favorite agency is the agency that is hiring or looking for a nurse to fill a position that I am looking for, okay? That's the secret. That's it. Like, I really don't have a favorite agency, guys. And it's a fair question because most of the time people will hear about or learn about agencies from word of mouth. So you might have your travel nurse friend who worked with agency A and they absolutely love their recruiter and they love their experience with the agency and they put you on, they refer you, they get a referral bonus, you might get a referral bonus, y'all split it, whatever the deal is. So I get it. People want to know, what's your favorite agency? And it is kind of hard to pick an agency. It's hard to like really be trusting of agencies because there's just like so much negativity about certain agencies, or you might have heard just bad things about working with certain companies. So I get it. I definitely understand it. But here are a few tips as to how I do start working with recruiters and or travel nurse agencies. So when I started out as a travel nurse, y'all know how I found my first agency? Google. Like literally, I sat at my desk. I had made the decision I wanted to be a travel nurse. I Googled travel nurse positions in Baltimore or whatever. The agency popped up. Now, the first agency I worked with was like a really small agency local to this region that I live in. So local to like the DMV area. Wasn't a bad agency. I actually worked several contracts with them. So I didn't have an issue with them, but like they wouldn't staff for a California position. So with travel nurse agencies, you have to understand that some agencies specialize in specific regions. So you may have agencies like AMN, American Mobile Nursing, where they hold a lot of contracts in California because that's the region that they work within. Not saying that they don't work within other regions, but they do hold a large amount of contracts in California. So if I was someone who was looking for a contract in California, then I might want to work with American Mobile Nursing or AMN. Just to throw a name out there, because I know y'all like names. Aya Healthcare is another agency that I worked with. Now, people, word on the street is Aya lowballs their salaries. So I don't know if I was lowballed or not. I did 2 contracts with Aya. My recruiter was great. I didn't have any issues. So if I was lowballed, they got one over on me. I'm not sure. But for like, if you would have asked me, did you like working with Aya Healthcare or do you recommend them? I would say yes, I recommend them because I had a positive experience with them. It really just depends on what kind of position I'm looking for. So you want to think about how large or small the agency is. A smaller agency may not have as many contracts in comparison to some of these larger agencies. With smaller agencies, they do tend to pay a little better. I don't know why. I haven't done the research on that, but I have noticed that some of the smaller agencies, the pay package, you know, the negotiation is a little bit better with them. You also want to think about the benefits that the agency is offering. Like every agency does not offer, like they're not all linear. So they don't all offer the same things. Of course, they're going to offer you the pay package, the tax-free stipend if you qualify for those, some kind of benefits. But some of them, the benefits will start day 1. Some of them benefits will start day 30. For me, when I'm looking for a contract, I always take the health insurance that is associated with the agency. So I want health insurance that's going to start day 1. So that would be something that is attractive to me if I were vetting an agency. I'm looking for someone that's going to give me benefits as soon as I start my contract. Some agencies offer PTO with the contract or sick time. If that's something that you want to ask about that with the agency. So there's lots of things that go into selecting an agency. That is why, for me, it's difficult to say, I'm going to pick this one over that one, because it just depends on what they are offering me when I'm looking for an assignment. Also, sometimes you will see the same position listed with 2 or 3 different agencies, but the money is different. And so if agency A is offering me the pay package that I want and agency B is lower, obviously I'm going to go with A because I want to maximize my earning potential. So you just want to do your research. And it's nothing wrong with vetting several different agencies. Like, you can talk with different recruiters, talk with different agencies. It's research. You are doing your due diligence and your research to make sure that you are picking the best contract and the best situation for you. So don't be afraid to work with multiple companies. Actually, I think that it is a benefit for you to work with different companies. Case in point, for me, this recently happened to me. I was looking for a contract. So one agency said, okay, we're going to submit you for this contract. The recruiter came back to me that same day and was like, oh no, we can't submit you because the position is closed. Where this other agency that I was talking with was able to submit me for the position and I got the contract. And so the recruiter called me back about another job that I had applied for with their company. And she said, they want to offer you the position. And I'm like, well, I already took another contract. And I said, by the way, it was the same contract that I talked to you about last week. And you told me that the position was closed. And so she was a little bit, I could tell she was like, what? I said, yeah, I went ahead and took that contract. So, she was a little bit, I could tell that she was a little bit annoyed. But I mean, at the end of the day, it is a business. So also remember, when you're working with your travel nurse recruiter, you're working with these different agencies, you are looking for a job for yourself. So when you're working with your recruiter, always remember this is a business arrangement. Like, you can meet some of the sweetest recruiters that will promise you the moon and the stars, and you will sometimes feel indebted to that person. And there's nothing wrong with having that rapport or building that relationship with a recruiter. I think that's awesome. However, don't lose sight of the fact that it's a business arrangement. This person is not your friend. As nice as they can be, as friendly as they are, not your friend. It's a business arrangement. Always think of it like that. Make sure that you are doing things that are in your best interest. Don't ever feel forced just because you don't want to disappoint the recruiter, or you feel like, oh, I feel a little bit guilty. And I have done that before. One of my first assignments, loved my recruiter. I thought she was sweet as pie. She helped me get my California nursing license for free. I felt indebted to her. I was like, well, she helped me get my California nursing license. I didn't have to pay for it. Like, when I say she helped me get it, Like someone hand carried the application to the board of nursing for me. Like they did everything to help me. So I really felt indebted to her. Like, oh my God, she helped me do all this. I'm going to have to do another contract with her. But as it turns out, my next assignment that I took, I worked with a whole different recruiter, still within the same company. I don't know if she still got paid for that contract or whatever. I've not talked to her since, and life has gone on. So I'm saying all that to say that as a travel nurse, when you are vetting a contract, looking for an agency to work with, always remember this is a business. You are looking for a job. It is just like the nurse recruiter who works at St. Joe's Hospital and you're looking for a job there. It's no different than anything else. If you know people who have worked with specific agencies and they give you a recommendation, cool. Go with that. If it works for you, it works for you. But always just do your research. Make sure that you are working with more than one company so that you can make sure you're getting the best possible pay package, benefits, and all the things that go along with your job as a travel nurse. If you have any questions, or if you have a favorite agency that you want to shout out in the comments, please feel free to do that. So I'm not going to name a favorite, but I will tell y'all just 3 agencies that I have worked with that I've had positive experiences with, which they are Aya Healthcare, General Healthcare Resources, and Emerald Healthcare. Those are 3 agencies out of, I don't know how many. I've worked with tons of agencies, but those are 3 that come to mind that are not my favorite, but I've had positive interactions with them and successfully completed contracts, and I've had no issues with those agencies. So that's it. That's the secret about my favorite nursing agency. All right, so that's all I got for y'all. Like, share, subscribe. Like I said, if you have any favorite agencies you want to leave in the comment section, I encourage you to do so. We want to make a list. This is a community for travel nurses here. Let's make a list of our favorite agencies. It could be helpful to the next person who is watching this video. All right, y'all. I will see y'all on the next one. Peace out.